talk about is queefing. Did you expect something? Did you expect a soliloquy? No, I want to talk about my body and how it's changing and getting older. And like, to be honest, it's like a small business in the pandemic. It's shutting down. Okay? Particularly, I'm aware of this when I get out of bed in the morning. When I get out of bed in the morning, there are so many, I don't know if you guys go through this, there's like snaps, pops.
Yes!
Like just sitting up, it sounds like Billy Porter emceeing a drag ball. It's just, you know? It's a lot. And it's just physically. Mentally, I am 15 years old in a field party in North Carolina, drinking Goldschlager and dry hump dancing to like Nelly's first album. But physically, things, they are a-changing. Because I am 38 years old. I was actually looking for more of a collective gasp. Like guttural shock. We'll go back to one. Because like I am 38 years old. You guys are so sweet. Let's go to our murder mystery together immediately. And so what happens when you get to be in your late 30s is, well, of course people are asking you if you want kids. But it goes from being like this light thing of like, so do you think you want kids someday? To like, you have sat in a restaurant too long with your friends and the waitress has been like off work for an hour and she's like, so do you want kids? Do you want kids or can I drop the check? You know? It's done. People ask if I want kids and I'm like, I know kids are great. I do love kids. I have nieces and nephews and they are amazing for 15 minutes every 10 months. Fantastic. People say, there's a quote that's like, having children is like having your heart walk around outside of your body. And I say, having children is like having your money walk outside of your bank account. No fucking thanks, you guys, all right? I am self-indulgent. Self-indulgent. I do not need it, all right? And besides, if I was going to have a kid right now, do you know it would be considered a geriatric pregnancy?
What?
Anything over 35 years old, medical term, geriatric pregnancy.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm already called an elder millennial. Regular millennials, they wear normcore. I'm Dumbledore. And now I have a geriatric pregnancy. I'm like, I'm only 38. Like, what happens if you have a child in your 40s? What is that called? In memoriam maternity? A corpse conception? These phrases have got to go. No, I do not want children. Also, a lot of people, when it gets to that point, they worry for you and they're like, well, but what if you change your mind? Like, do you want to freeze your eggs? These motherfuckers? And if you watch me on the internet, you know what I put in my body, okay? These aren't free-range farmer's market freshies. Okay, these are deviled eggs that have been sitting out in 90-degree weather, sweating at a family picnic all day. Where you're like, I'm drunk and I want it, but I'm scared it'll make me sick. Okay? I'm that Chinese delicacy, the century egg, the black ones. Smell like sulfur? Yeah, they're rattling around in my ovaries. Just a couple little tequila-soaked maracas. We don't need to freeze these. I am good on all of that. I don't want kids. Also, geriatric, amazing drag name.
Right?
Right? Someone steal it from me right now. Come out on stage with a walker, do a death drop, and don't come back up. So who here are there people here who are Generation X? No shade, I'm not gonna embarrass you or anything. Raise your hand if you're a millennial.
Woo!
Raise your hand if you're Gen Z. Amazing. Keep it raised if you're lost and you need me to. No, I love it. Fucking awesome. I love Generation Z. I think they're gonna change the world and confuse me always. But since you're here, I did want to give some advice and just like 3 tips that weren't given to me when I was getting a little more mature. Number 1, don't fucking worry about your metabolism. It's gonna slow down, and that's it, okay? Your metabolism is gonna be slower than the ref at Game 5 of the Celtics the other night.
Right?
I think that makes sense. I don't watch basketball, but I follow Joey McIntyre on Twitter from New Kids, and he was raising hell. Your metabolism is gonna slow down, and it's unavoidable, okay? It's completely unavoidable. It's like male pattern baldness, or the fact that Liza Koshy is gonna host everything.
Right?
It's just the way of the world. This is your final destination, or your final destination 2, and those are the logs coming off the truck. Number 2 tip I can give you: moisturize your hands. They are I saw someone look at her hands, and her girlfriend said, "Yeah." It is the first giveaway of your age. I hate lotion. I think it's so annoying, but sometimes I'll be in a sweatshirt and I'll look down and I'll be like, have that pork rind. I used to watch sitcoms when I was little, and always, I don't know if you noticed this, but like the wife, when they have their like before bed conversation, she'd always be putting on lotion. And I used to be like, Ray Romano loves HJs. But I knew she was keeping her hands together, because then they just like, they're done, okay? If I gave a hand job right now, it would finish very quick, only because I would literally saw it down to a pile of dust. My hands are so rough, they could be a lathe to make like spindles for a table. I like to throw in a joke for my woodworkers out there. That's what's up, that's what's up. My third thing I will tell you is appreciate your neck. Because one day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna go to the mirror and you're gonna go, did I fall asleep with 3 hair ties on my throat?
Already got him!
Ladies, you fucking know this. It's called tech neck. Because we're all looking down. I'm telling you, right now you're like, my neck is so smooth. It's so tight. Like, how do I even drink water? And the next minute you go like accidental front facing and you're like, why is there the 80s toy, the glowworm? I had a glowworm. Anybody else have a glowworm? Okay, I had to ask. I'm like, and not doing that joke again. Okay. Now, as much as I made fun of it, it's all self-deprecation, because you know why? I can make fun of my best friend, you know? So I don't think I'm down on myself. I think I'm sexy as fuck, and I appreciate every day, every week, every month, every year that I get with this old hot bod. And you know what? If I am being honest about it, I think my body deserves a drink.
Yeah!